Good afternoon, everybody. I know it's a little bit of an odd day, but I was still on the road yesterday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we knew that we'd have to sort of postpone it till today, but tiles don't stop, and here's number 519. So I've done a little bit of inking on this. I actually did it a little while ago, completely smothered it with a red, I think it was the Colour Clouds, the red ink, and then I've spritzed it and just left it to do its own thing, and it looks rather interesting for a background, so I thought, yeah, we'll go for it. What do I have with me? Pen, pencil, ruler, all the regulars, Tortillon, everything else, and I've got myself a little red gel pen as well, so I might do a little bit of that just to add in. But first of all, let's sort of measure. I say measure, do we ever measure? Maureen, do we ever measure? No, we don't. But what I am going to do is give myself a little bit of a guide. So I'm going to go along here, look. Along here. Now, you've got to do it lightly at home because you're not going to need these lines afterwards. Hi, everybody. Chris, let's have a look. No, I don't think I have, actually. I've just completely left it to dry. And it's done its... Oh, maybe I have, actually. Let me feel. Maybe I have. A little bit of salt on there. So, you know, thank you for double checking. And I'm going to do it that way as well. So I've got a bit of a, let's sort of, again, gauge it. Yeah, I've got my measurements. All right, next one then. Let's come with the diagonals. You see these ones here? So let's have a look. I'm going to look for the middle. That's the middle. And then I'm going to do one either side. So I've sort of split that up equally. Hang on. There you go, see? Same on the other one. So find the middle. If you're not sure where the middle is, you can just sort of like imagine a line there, look, or put your ruler on. Then look for the middle there. Look for the middle there. And around we go. And find the middle. Middle there. And the middle there as well. And there. Follow along, middle. And that one. And that one. So I've got, look, those lines, you see? All the way along. Okay, so I'm going to come in with pen for now. So I've got my 03, my regular. And let's start in the middle. So I'm going to start from the point there. And what I want to do, I'm going to, let me zoom in a bit. If I can. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is, on each diagonal, I'm going to sort of come up this line here and create a pot shape there, like that. And then same there. There we go. And one here, look, that way. Now you see I'm using those guidelines to help me fill that space. Look at that. Well, it is that time of year, isn't it? It is that week. I'm not going to mention it because not everybody celebrates it, but I thought, you know, we'd all have a little bit of love between us today. So that gives me my centerpiece. All right, I know, Denise, what's going on? I know, and then you've got to do Fridays as well. What can I say? Okay, so let's do a little one in the middle there. I'm not going to measure that or anything. Let's do one there. Same this way, look. And that way. Okay. So I'm going to draw a shape around that. Now, you think, what shape are you going to draw around that? Well, it's going to dictate what a shape I draw because I'm going to follow what I've already put there. And then I'm going to go around the whole thing. So, following it along, just as we would. Oh, Denise working on a Friday. To be honest, I work every day, so, but I do love what I do. So I hope you do too, and it's not such a chore. Okay. I'm just going to draw that bit again. There we go. First bit done. So you see we've got these little bumps in between here. So I'm going to go along here and put myself little curves in. So my wonderful husband's just come in and it was almost like charades. Basically, do you want a cup of tea? I mean, why even ask? Why even ask if I want a cup of tea? Of course I do. He's been home to check on Finley, Benji. think he mentioned the word, I think. From what I could gather, he's been bitten. I've been bitten too. Look at the state of that. Look at that. Little Finley, little monster. Okay, next time. Let's have a look now. So we've got that bit done. I want to come to this line here now. Let's do the lighter one. So you see where I've got this gap in the middle? So I've got a gap, and a gap. So the middle one, I'm going to come in and I'm going to put myself another one of those shapes there. So it's sort of like in mid-air at the minute, but that's fine. Let's do that all the way around. And again, all the way around. See, these are a little bit thinner than the first ones. It's just sort of filled in there like that. All right? Okay. So whilst I've got that line there, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. You see I've got that line? I'm going to use that to help me put my curl in. But you see, I'm keeping on that line. Let's do that one, like that. And again. And along into that one there. So these lines are always brilliant to sort of put in. Do it lightly, as I say. And it just sort of helps give you a little bit of an idea. Okay, so we've got those curls in. All right. So at the top, imagine sort of halfway. I'm going to put myself a loop and then one either side a little bit smaller. So imagine halfway, loop, and one either side. And again, loop, and one either side. And loop, and one either side. You see? Okay. So next little bit, I want to do myself. You see, I've got this line here now. So I'm going to go from that point and I'm going to create that shape. And the same on that side. So I've got a bit of a triangle shape going underneath it. Along and down. And same with this one and down. And this one and down. Okay. Let's go out a little bit. Hang on. Oh, my fingers don't want me to. There you are. So let's put a loop on that side and a loop on that side. So I'm going to follow that through a loop. So you see, by having that line and following the curls there, we've got something that is a little bit similar all the way around. I'm not saying it's exactly the same because we didn't measure perfectly, and that's fine. But it just means we've got a little bit of something similar on each side. So just for a moment, I'm going to bring my little brush pen in here. And what I want to do is I'm going to fill in this middle area. But you see where I've got my curls? I've put like a little curve underneath so they're not touching. So let's fill that bit in. You see in there, look, I'm just sort of giving it a little bit of space around the bottom edge there. Okay. You could always draw that in first if you want with a regular pen, so you know where you're going up to. But I'm going to go in with this one. See, it doesn't take long with a brush at all. There you are. Okay. So I'm going to put a little line in each of those loops there. So down that one and up that one. Or you could go down that one and up that one. Or you could go down and down. Doesn't matter. Whichever way you want to go is fine. I think whilst I'm at it, I'm going to have a look at this little line around the edge. I'm going to put line there. Line there. Because I know that's a good point to start with all of them. You see? And then if I look for the middle, and then I can follow that round with lines, so that sort of straightens up with that one, and then it's going to come around here and straighten up with that one. So follow it round, like it straightens up, then the other side. Oh, okay. So around there, and in we go, and along there. So if you're comfortable with starting at one end and working your way around, that's fine. So you can do that. It's only a small space, so whichever way works for you is fine. I always try and give you an easy way around it if I can. Let's see. Amazing how those few lines make all the difference. All right. Okay. So let's put a little line in between there as well. Got a cross in the middle now. Okay. So next little bit then, I want to sort of come to this bit now. So I'm going to imagine, now let's do this in pencil for the first one. There's halfway. And then I want to look at this and split it again. This is the bit that I'm interested in. So let's do that again. There's halfway, and that's half of that one. Halfway and half of that. So it's 3/4 of the way up really, but I'm trying to give you an easy way of doing it. Okay, let's put that one in. I'm going to do this curve and then this one. So I've kind of got, oh, that went off a bit of muscle memory there, see? So I don't have to try and create the curve differently. And then here I can continue it and join it back up to the point. Okay, I know that one's gone off a bit, that's okay. Yeah, it's hand drawn. Is it? Doesn't matter. So again, we've got something a little bit similar all the way around. And what I want to do there, again, loops. You see, it's sort of already formed part of a loop. So I'm going to come round and put that loop in. And I'm going to do the same on that side first. Again, it's going to help keeping that similar sort of shape going. Like so. Because it's never going to look the same on the other side. But that's okay, we accept that. And then this one. And then this one. Okay. And then that one. Okay. Oh, they do, don't they? Look quite nice. So I'm going to come in. You see that bit there? Let's fill that bit in. Okay. You could do all this at the end if you want to. So, you know, you don't have to fill it in at all, but sort of doing it as I go, because when I come to shading and things, I want to make sure that this, because it's a lot of black, is dry. So kind of doing it as I go. All right. So let's have a look. Next little bit then. I'm going to go into these shapes here. And what we're going to do, let's go in a little bit. As I'm going to do a line this way. A line this way. This way. You see, it's sort of following that shape. This way. And then when I get to the bottom, see, it sort of comes in a little bit. Again, I'm going to fill that bottom bit in. So I started by going left to right. You might start going right to left. So I'm going to do the same here, look. Left to right. To right. So you see, they start by following the line, and then they're going to come in.
I'm a star.
And in. Thank you, sweetheart. Cup of tea. Same again, look. That way. Right, so they start by joining those sides, and then they work their way, they come in a little bit as well. So we get a small one, I think. And then again. One. 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 There we go. And then it comes in, look. And then I'm going to fill that bit in. Okay. I think while I'm here and I'm filling little bits in, I'm going to do this bit as well. It's going to, you know, it's breaking it up a little bit, isn't it? There you go. And into that one there. And that one there. Okay. Let's have a look at it. There you go. So far, so good. So, next little bit then. We'll see where we've got this shape here. So, what I do, I'm going to come up and around, almost like a loop, but see, I've come back on myself, and then I'm going to put that in like that. So if I turn it and do the same again, like up and round, almost till it's back on itself to about 3 o'clock position, and then bring it back down to the point. So along, around to about 3 o'clock, and then down to the point. Up again, and down to the point. See? So now we've got to attempt to do that going the other way. So here we are, same sort of thing. So you notice this time I'm sort of drawing it sort of upside down. It depends on how comfortable you are with it as to where you want to do it. Don't think you've got to copy exactly. Look at that. So you see underneath each bit now, I can draw another one and another one underneath that. Yeah, those little bits, I'm going to fill them in like that. So I'm going to do all of the same side to start with. Fill bits in as I go. This one. So there's one, there's another. Fill the bits in as I go. Next one. Along. Like that. Fill them in. Okay. So then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So there's my first one. There's my second one. I'm going to fill those bits in. Next one. Along. And down. You kind of get into the flow with them. So if you feel you've got to stop and do the first bit and then stop and then the next section, please do it that way. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do it like I am. But they do kind of flow after a little while. Okay. Like so. There you go. Look at that. It's filling up now. It's looking quite nice, isn't it, as you work your way around? So, okay. I'm going to do a little bit of a drawing around now. So, following the shape. There we go. Putting those lines in. So, I'm following it sort of true to the shape now. So, I'm not going around and sort of smoothing off curves and things. I'm for sure kind of following it round, you see. Okay, so it's going up to that line. And then down, along. And to there. You see how it sort of follows it round. Keep it close. And let's come into this bit. And along. The next bit. There you are. Again, you can do it the other way around. You've not got to do it the same as me. I know some of you out there are right-handed. Don't know what that's all about. But you make it work for you, okay? Oh, hey Marie, you're not late. It's all right. You can catch up. So, once you've got those little original or first marks in, it's a few curves and some loops. You'll be fine with this one. Of course, if you've not done your card yet for your, loved one, which, to be fair, I haven't. He knows I love him. And he loves me, look. He's made me a cup of tea. Okay. So far, so good. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got some sort of space around the outside, and what I want to kind of do is put myself some random kind of little shapes in. Let's see. Let's do a little one there. So they're all going to be kind of different sizes. I've got the largest ones sort of in the edges of the shape there, but feel free then. Dare I say the word random to put them out. Imagine you're drawing bubbles, but instead of bubbles, we're doing little heart shapes. So neither one's the same. Notice I'm not looking at that now, not looking at it. I know that the biggest one, if I'm doing a large, is going to sit there, but everything else is going to do its own thing, yeah? So we're going to get a bit smaller to work our way around. So I'm not trying to copy anything. Each one's individual. You see? So, moving it around a little bit. And if you want to, you can do bubbles. It's just nice to have something a little bit different now and again. All right. See, they're all going to be different shapes. I know they are, so let's embrace that and not try and make them the same. There's no need. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just going to remove any pencil now that I don't want. See, I've got some in there. And I threw in the middle there. It's really nice, that bit in the middle, actually. So I don't think I want to cover that over with anything. All right, so little bits in there as well. Okay, so before I do any shading, I'm just gonna bring in my coloured pen here. If you've got a coloured pen, gel pen, you could do this after, but I'm gonna do it now just for something different. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a couple of these little heart shapes there and add some red to it. I'm not gonna try and pick the same ones. You could do it with pencils as well. I just thought it'd be nice to use something else. I mean, we've all got gel pens, haven't we? You can add those in, see? Just a few around the place. Oh, Joe, hi, you're not late. No need to apologise. You're here now, just sort of enjoy it, and you could always play it back later. You can mute me. And I'm going to put some little dots there, look. All right, and I think around the edge, let's just go in a little bit there, see? See around my heart, I'm going to add some little bits of red there as well. I say you could do this in coloured pencil. You know, we've got lots of pens and things sitting there. It's nice now and again to bring something out and use it, isn't it? Rediscover something. There you go. All right. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get to the other end and find that I'm going to end up with two red together. I have no idea. But it doesn't concern me. I can do it because I'm going to end up right in the middle anyway. Let's do this one. I can sort of make it up and make it kind of look as though it's okay. It might be. I'm not worrying about it. Yeah, look at that. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring some pencil in there. So regular, my 2B pencil. And first things first, I'm going to add some around the middle heart shape. Oh, bye, Richard. He's got a call. Do they not know it's Tangle time? Mind you, they probably think it's usually on a Tuesday, so they were okay. So you see this bit here? I'm not going to try and shade everything. It'd be crazy like that. I'm going to do around the edges like that. So let's do all of those first, so I know where I'm at. Okay, going to go around the whole thing. Around the whole thing. Same with this one. And around to that shape there. Same with this one, like so. Around the whole of that triangular shape. Okay, a little bit on the loops. I'm going to do top and bottom, so I'll do top and bottom on those as well, whilst I'm at it. And I know I've got lines in one and not in the other, but that's okay, because that's what I wanted. Alright. So, little bits of pencil, top and bottom of those. Oops, about wandering off there. Let's go out a bit so you can see that. Okay. Where was I? Oh, there you go. Into there. Top and bottom. Into those. So I'm going to put like a little kind of a highlight on each of those. Just a little bit. Okay. See little bits. And into that one. And then the bottom of the little heart shape in the bottom of those loops. So I'm going to do the same on all of them. Right. It's amazing, isn't it, when you think from the beginning we did a cross and a diagonal and then put some marks on. There you go. All right, tortillon. Let's have a look. So, I'm going to start in the middle. Shall I go in a bit so you can see it? Okay. So here we are. I'm going to curve around that slightly, you see, on that edge. But then as I get to the middle, softening it, but I'm not going to fill the whole thing. So here you go, it's a little bit like going around that. Pull that pencil up into the corners and then soften it off in the middle a bit. Same again, like pulling it round, soften it off. And again, soften it round. You see? So actually let's do our triangles first. So I'm going to sort of swirl around them. And what I want to do is just soften it off, make sure my pencil's nice and smooth in there. But I don't want to fill the middle. I'll leave the middle if I can. Okay, so you might have to kind of swirl if you need to get that pencil into the tooth of the paper, but try and leave the middle if you can. Okay. Oh, Joe, they do, don't they? It'd be nice to have that shape, wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe one day. Oh dear. There you go. All right. So let's have a little look at that. Okay. So loops now, top and bottom. Again, I'm softening it off little bits, but I'm leaving the middle bits, so I don't want it all covered. So going top to kind of middle, bottom to kind of middle, leaving a gap. Just want to soften it. Might as well do them while I'm there. Again, I'm just going to go over the line, see, just sort of wiggle it in. Same with this one, look. Now I can be a little bit more brutal with this because it's got ink on it. So if I don't completely soften it off, it doesn't really matter so much because the ink to background kind of hides it. Of course, if you're on a tile where you've got no inking on it, you might have to just ease off with your tortillon a little bit and try and blend it as best you can. There you go. All right. Softness there. I'm worried. I thought it'd be you that would have mentioned that. Okay. All right. Little loops. It's nice. It's fun, isn't it? It's fun to draw something. And you look at it and you think, oh, look what I've done. Okay. So let's put these little bits in now. Again, I'm not trying to fill the whole thing. Little bits. I think I'm going to go around the edge as well. I'm going to bring my pencil back in and do around the edges. But let's do this first. It's only pencil, you know. Look at that. Okay. Let's do it. So you see where we've got this line? I'm going to come around now. I'm not going to be too precise, so to speak. I'm just kind of applying a little bit of graphite on there. Alright. And I'm Maureen, you wait. I've got some cracking projects for this weekend. Sure we'll all be up for it. It's going to be lovely, actually. Got a nice little group. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some laughs. Lots of tea and coffee. And some nice peaceful tangling. Should be great fun. Are we all stopping at the Premier Inn at Scunthorpe as well? So, you know, you'll all be seeing each other at breakfast, whether you like it or not. There's always somebody there you can have, you know, have a chat with and a seat with. Which should be lovely. So So even if you come in and you've not been before and you're stopping there, you're going to know. You're going to have friends before you walk through the door. We're all friends anyway. We know each other from here. So it's going to be hopefully like coming home. Because this is generally our second home, so absolutely. It's going to be great. All right. You see, sort of swooshing around the outer edge there. Maureen, you're supposed to say nice things and say it's wonderful, and of course, I never leave you on your own. You'll be fine. Actually, John's just brought me a stencil in now. Oh, what on earth's that going to be? Not in a million years are you going to guess what that is. Without a little bit of
I cut it and I still don't know what it is.
Oh, but that's part of the fun, John. It's guessing what it is. Okay. So, I'm just going to bring my black pen back in once more. We shouldn't laugh. It's not fun. It is. You'll have a great time. You will. So, you see, I'm going to do those bits. Alison, it could well be, but I wouldn't tell you. You see where you've got those little bumps? I'm coming in with little bits, a bit more black, see? Just on those bumps. I think they do, Denise. I think when anybody walks in, they're like, oh no, Sanntangle classes again. But that's really nice, isn't it? I think the first, or the worst time was when we all drew on mugs, because of course the Premier Inn mugs started out all as white, plain, and ended up not. Oh, I think they know us. Oh no, they've had January off. What's that moaning about? All right, this signature. There you go. I'm going to go off and finish my cup of tea now. And yeah, there we go. So our next tile is Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, as per usual, unless you're out romancing somewhere. But you can catch up with that as and when, not a problem. And of course, classes at the weekends. Dobby's, yeah, he's like, oh no, Maureen's coming. He's hidden under his hoodie. I think so, Len. We have been across before, and they were like, not really, but maybe we should go back and try it. But okay, enjoy this one. Have a great day, everybody. Stay warm. I'm going to have a cuppa. And I will catch you again on Friday. All right, see you soon. Bye.